Dad was a thinker, and he was quite as a person. A lot of black humor in him, and he was also he was a great artist. Actually, combined his black humor with drawings and came up with a lot of good drawings, and also wrote very good lyrics. I think very deep lyrics, because it was lyrics that it was personal for him. And well, you know, tracks like Life Eternal and Freezing Moon, you know, when he dies and fall up to the freezing moon. And he was suicidal already from childhood when he had a near-death experience after an ice skating accident. He had tripped and fell on the ice while ice skating, and his milt had sprung open. He was rushed to the hospital, and he was dead at arrival, but they kind of got him back to life. And then he remembered the tunnel and was very fascinated about this. And he was only 10 years old at that time. So after that, it was, you know, his path was kind of, that was his path made.
I'm not sure I knew Pelle, the other Pelle. Dead Pelle we knew very well, and I guess the whole world, which are interested in Mayhem or in black metal in general, they know the image of Dead in Mayhem and his lyrics and what he stood for. But the private Pelle was a strange guy. The first time I met him, I got angry, because I'm a kind of light-minded. I'm enjoying life. He did not, really did not. He was kind of depressed. I do think that the real Pelle was a great part of Dead, the figure Dead. I do think that, but not in the extreme way. But that was something he just dressed up and became. But he was also that on a regular daily basis. He slept with dead birds under his bed because he wanted to smell death. And it was an image. He was depressed. He was looking for death.
He was different in all ways. I was fascinated by his stories about, he had some visions about an afterlife, and I think most of his lyrics are also based on those visions. Like, for instance, cats. He was not fond of cats at all, and he hated cats. So if a cat came to the Mayhem house at that time, he had a spear outside and he wanted to just kill it as soon as possible. So he went out straight from his bed and tried to hunt it down and kill it, but I never think he succeeded in it.
He liked the skinny look. It was a part of the whole thing, the concept, the dead concept. You know, a dead person should be pretty skinny, you know. And with his corpse paint, which wasn't a corpse paint that he did to look cool like Kiss or look evil like King Diamond, it was more like to look dead. You know, it would draw snore down his from his mouth and stuff like that. And also another thing that he did was he used to usually bury his stage clothes and let them lay in the ground for a couple of days to get that rotten soil, you know, to get the process of the rotting process into the fabrics that he had on stage while performing. Also, dead animals was a big thing for him. He used to collect dead animals that he found, you know, like dead squirrels, dead birds and stuff like that. He kept them, and in front of some concerts and stuff, he brought these dead animals in a plastic bag and inhaled, as he said, the dead stench before going on stage to have the right feeling of death, the smell of death too, you know. So he tried to, you know, to keep his concept, you know, to be as quiet as he was private. When he was on stage, he acted out his role totally, and he was a great performer. Yes. Pretty wild, but only in a sense that he lived himself into his lyrics, and when you sing about death and torture and stuff like that, well, you can imagine that what you look like on stage.